David Kelly started website developer Zealed with his brother and cousin when they were all in their early 20s. 2 decades on, Zealed is the country's biggest website design and digital transformation agency for SMEs. And now they're giving their solutions away for free. David Kelly joins me. Kia ora, David. Thanks for coming back in. So you've always had a purpose at Zealed beyond making money. Tell me how COVID sharpened that purpose.
Yeah, I've always felt that life is so much more than just making money or being ultra successful or things like that, but really that life is about caring for people, helping people, and really doing what you can to sort of make people's lives better and things like that. And I've really felt that business is really a sort of structured way that and a way that you can kind of scale up your impact and be even more effective at trying to sort of fulfill that purpose. So that's always kind of underpinned what we've done at Zealed, and so all the way through we've looked at how can we utilise Zealed to help businesses to transform on a digital level and really adapt as the world's changing as they go through things. And so coming up to COVID, we were sort of continuing to challenge ourselves of, okay, we've got this business, it's really successful, it's doing well, but how can we be even more effective in what we're doing? How can we help people even more with what we're doing? And so yeah, it was a bit of a kick up the backside, really, to sort of say, can we go to another level?
So what came out of that was GEM. Can you tell me what that is and how it's going?
Yeah, so GEM is very much about how do we help individuals, entrepreneurs, small to medium-sized businesses, even micro-businesses who are on the wrong side of the digital divide. So they just don't even understand digital. They don't even know often where to start, or maybe they've tried and they haven't been successful. And how do we help those businesses to actually do that? And so what we've done with GEM is we've looked at different industry verticals where we've had experience, and we've sort of said, okay, let's develop a solution for organisations that are in that industry vertical, and let's give that away for free to them, so that we're de-risking the process for them and really encouraging them to go on that journey of digital transformation.
So just to be clear, you're still running your commercial business, and that's paying for this social impact side of things.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so we've still got the commercial side of our business, and that is, something we've done for a very long time, and is still a very key part. And what we do on the commercial side of things is very much helping clients who are already on that digital transformation journey, and helping them to continue to go on that journey and to really thrive in this world as it's continuing to change.
So one aspect of GEM is that it's not a kind of DIY solution. It's a full finished website e-commerce suite of solutions. Why was that important?
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of very good DIY solutions out there, right? So there's all sorts of organisations that are working in that space. But I think if we're to really help people who are on the wrong side of the digital divide, we have to go beyond DIY, because DIY doesn't work for everyone. It works for some people who have particular, characteristics, who are comfortable just DIYing, but then there's all sorts of people that it doesn't work for. And so that's what we really challenged ourselves, and have always challenged ourselves with Zealed, with our solutions, is they can't be DIY, they need to be more than that.
Okay. So, and you've just hit about 1,000 websites that you've given away through this scheme, free for 12 months, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So, along the way, you've had quite a few setbacks, as is natural with any business. You've bootstrapped the whole way, so there's been lots of times where money's been really tight and you've had to be inventive. What have you had to draw on in yourself personally to overcome those challenges and low points?
Yeah, I think one of the things I've learned to do is that with the setbacks, it's important to just accept that you're going to be disappointed, you're going to be gutted, and to not be, upset at yourself that you're down about those sort of things. But then really taking the time to really just, sit back and look at the situation and really focus on what can I learn from this situation. So one of the questions that I really like to ask myself is, what is the pain trying to teach me, right? So, it's very easy to kind of lose the learning in difficult situations, but those situations are the greatest opportunity really to actually learn from them. And so I ask, hey, what is the pain trying to teach me here? What have I not quite got right, or what have we not quite got right? Should we have communicated better here? Should we have done this better? And really look at where is the learning in that situation, and how can I do it better in the future, so that there's a whole bunch of positive stuff that actually comes out of it.
Okay, so another interesting kind of point of difference for Zealed is that you have a dual leadership model, and I believe it's called the Visionary Integrator model.
Yes.
Tell me about that and why it works for you.
Yeah, so that came out of a book I read called Rocket Fuel by Gino Wickman. And in that book, they talk about how many of the world's most successful organisations, they actually have a dual leadership model, a visionary integrator model. And when I read that book, it just really resonated with me. Like I was amazed actually at how much it kind of communicated what I had experienced within business. And so what they talk about is many of the world's top organisations, they actually have dual leadership. Often it's not apparent though, because the visionary person out of the dual leaders often gets a lot more sort of limelight and things like that just because of the role they do. But what you have is you have two people, one who's visionary and one who's integrator. The visionary person is typically very focused on the vision, of course, strategy, ideas, solutions to problems. How can you, develop your value proposition as an organisation? How can you be more effective in what you do? These kinds of things. And then you have the integrator, who is very much integrating all the different components of the business, dealing with a lot of the day-to-day and things like that. So that is something that we've found incredibly effective. We implemented it 5 years ago now, I believe it was, and it has just made a huge difference and has allowed me personally to operate far more in my kind of areas of strength and areas of passion too, the sort of in the areas where I sort of jump up out of bed in the morning far more excited about because I'm actually operating, within my areas of strength.
So what is the vision for Zealed then for the next few years?
Yeah, well, we're very focused on continuing on with our mission, but really to just make so much more of an impact, in terms of changing people's lives, in terms of helping organisations transform digitally, and just really being able to thrive in the environment, in this environment that we're in, that continues to change and is just changing so much more quickly as well as a result of COVID. So we sort of see that right across our organisation, that has become even more pressing. The work we do has become even more important. And so we just want to be even more effective at doing that.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. It's David Kelly.